Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round two of the playoffs here for NSRA Sunday Select Super Speedway action here. Daytona International Speedway. You got me, Steve, Victory Lane Broadcasting, presenting this race tonight to you guys. This is round two. We cut from 12 to 8 after this race, so there's a few drivers that desperately need a good finish here to get into the next round of the playoffs, which start next Sunday. Today, though, we race the 2.5 mile tri-oval here at Daytona under the lights here, transitioning from dusk to night. Should be an exciting race. There's about 16, 17 cars here tonight to race. A lot of good names out there, and they're just starting out now. Qualifying right now, you're looking at Isaac Wilson. He's one of our 12 drivers. He is one driver below the cut line. He sits 9th in points. To be in that top 8, he sits 6 points behind Dana Osborne, who's in 8th place. So Isaac's out there trying to put a lap down and kind of run down the guys. Here's DJ Mitzel in the 61. He's leading our points right now. He has a 1-point lead over the 31, Todd Poston. Todd won last week at Talladega. He's 1 point behind DJ for the points lead. In 3rd place, we have Sean Stevens, who's not on the track to qualify yet. He may not qualify. Sean Stevens in 3rd place. He's 11 points back at DJ. In 4th, you have Chris Akers in the 4 car. That Reese's Peanut Butter car. He's in 4th right now. 13 points back. His teammate, Mr. Holloway, number 21 car, he is 5th in points, 14 points back. And after Mr. Holloway, you'll have Mark Mann in that 04. And you see the picture shows our Civil War veteran, Mark Mann from upstate New York. He won last season the championship. Sits in 6th place right now. After that, Les Levy in the 62. Showing us from his confidential location, hometown of Chicago, Illinois. He sits 7th in points. He is tied with Dana Osborne in that 88. Last position to make it to the round of 8. Next right there would be ending with Dana if we were to stop already. Then you have Isaac Wilson. He's 6 points back at Dana. J.D. Crow right there in the 51. Right now 2nd on the speed chart. See if he can get that speed up a little bit for that last lap. Don't think so. 52.29 is going to be his fast. JD's in 10th. He's 8 points back of the cut line. And after JD, you have the 3 truck right there, Paul Servant. One of our top drivers here in Sunday Select. He's having a tough year. Sits 11th in points. He's 9 points below the cut line right now, so he needs to make something happen. He's used to winning races and leading, so we'll see what he can do. Right now, 14 cars have put their qualifying lap out there. Paul Servant right now on the pole, so he's starting off on the right foot right now. 12th position is Mr. Dan Harrington. He missed last week. It looks like he's not here again this week, so it's unfortunate not to see Dan out there here racing for the Sunday Select Championship. Most qualifying is done. These guys, Zach Fritsch is out there. Zach is used to pushing the winner around. I keep telling him to be the winner. We'll see if he can make something happen today. Right now, he sits 14th on the board. See if he can improve that with this lap. Moves up a few spots, up to the 11th position. 52.36. See how close qualifying is. Top spot, 52.27. And 14th is the 44. So 17/110th of a second. So close racing here. These guys have got qualifying down. Got about 15 seconds till we grid up. Looks like Paul Servant's going to be your pole setter, though, for this race. And here's your grid. Here's your starting lineup for tonight. On the pole, Paul Servant in that 3 car. The man that needs to stay up front all race. Outside Paul, JD Crow in that 51. Both JD and Paul need some help tonight. 8 and 9 points back of the cut line here, so they need to stay up front and finish up front. In row number 2, you have Mark Mann of the 04 and Les Levy into 62. In row 3, Anthony English on the 44 on the inside. Dana Osborne in the 88 outside Anthony. In row 4, DJ Mitchell in the 61, your points leader. And on the outside of him, Daniel Holloway in that 21. In row 5, Sean McCarr in the 71. Outside of him, the 343, Russ Hancock. In row 6, you have Zach Fritch in the 12 car. Outside of Zach, in that 46, David Overstreet. In row 7, Todd Poston in that 31. He won last week from Talladega. Outside of Todd's going to be Isaac Wilson in that 35, the wrecking ball. Again, Isaac needs a little help too, just like JD and Paul getting that championship. Keep going on, into the round of 8. And in row 8, you have Chris Akers and Sean Stevens in the 27. Both those guys in right now. All it takes is one bad race, and they could be out. Getting ready for them to grid up and get on out there. Having some problems right now. See if we can't fix those. Give me 1 second. Looks like I'm having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to get out of this stream and I got to start my system back up. Apologize for that. We'll be right back though. All right, we're back. Apologize for that, some technical difficulties here. Missed the first 7 laps. I apologize. All green flag. Like DJ Mitzel is your leader right now. He's got some help on the got some Dana Osborne on the inside of him, being pushed by Sean McCara. Dana's got Paul Servant, our pole setter, pushing him on the outside line. Dana goes way below the yellow line there. Gonna make evasive action. Make sure Dana can get back up safely. We'll watch him. He slows down to get back up. That's gonna hurt. Take away some track position, but again, we're all green so far, so it's all good for right now. DJ Mitzel now leads him. Paul Servant right behind him, giving him a shove. There goes Daniel Holloway in that 21, being pushed by JD Crow a little bit on that outside line, getting to work. Here comes his teammate Chris Akers. And that 4 truck, he's got a world of momentum as he takes it 3 wide off of 2. Anthony English, his teammate's going to go with him, and David Overstreet right there too. Still DJ Mitzel leading the pack here. Going into turn number 3, we're 3 wide. Daniel Holloway side by side with his teammate Paul Servant in that 3 car. JD Crow giving him a good push. Chris Akers going to slide in behind JD, really close to that back bumper. And now we're back to 2 wide. Holloway looking for a move to get around the 61 of DJ Mitzel. Nothing there yet. Still DJ Mitzel getting pushed by Paul Servant. Here comes Chris Akers high. Outside of JD Crow, that 3rd line, but he's all by himself. She won't get him very far. Right now it's all up to that 21 and that 51. Can they get some momentum together and get around that 61 and 3 car? Sean McCara right there in 3rd. And you have Zach Fritsch in that 12 car right there, or 12 truck on that bottom line. Getting ready to start lap number 10 here. DJ Mitzel still leading these guys around. Our points leader, DJ, in the 61, has 4 victories on the season. Now here comes Holloway with a good shove from the 51. Just can't clear that 61 at all. Comes David Overstreet to help Chris Akers that group along. They may have him here. Let's see. Look at Paul Servant right there on the bumper of the 61. Just pushing him straight down. Great shove there by Paul. Paul needs to stay up front. He needs some points. He needs to finish ahead of quite a few guys to have a chance to move on to the next round, the round of 8. Which starts next Sunday at iRacing Super Speedway. JD Crow is also one of those guys. JD and Paul are 8 and 9 points below the cut line right now, so definitely need to make up some points here tonight. Right now it's Daniel Holloway, that 21, that gold and blue Hershey Kiss, and you have DJ Mitzel, that 61 New Nest Realty LLC car up front. Paul breathing out a little bit down low, still giving a heck of a push to DJ. You got the first 14 cars all here in this lead pack. In the second group, Isaac Wilson, Dana Osborne, 12 and 17 seconds back and falling quickly. This is not the result that Isaac wants. Isaac wanted to finish high and get into the round of 8. Right now he's struggling too. He sits at 15th place. Chris Akers trying to get JD Crow, get that straight line working. Push that 21 to the lead. Just can't quite make it happen yet. A few more laps for these guys say to not worry about first place anymore. Holloway's going to get that lead now. DJ backed off just a little bit to give it to him, I think. About 4 or 5 laps till we start going for caution, or not for cautions, for pit stops for some fuel. Again, these trucks, they run 50% fuel for these races. We got 80 laps here for Daytona. Right now, DJ's pushing Holloway, and you got Akers, that 4-car pushing that 51 of JD Crow to get him out in front. Look at that. Such a good push. Both those guys go up front. Now you got David Overstreet, Russ Hancock, Todd Poston up there in that top lane, trying to make some things happen. JD Crow leading this entire bottom lane. You can tell we're getting closer and closer to pit stops. No one really wanting to go up that top lane. Everyone agreeable to being down towards the bottom, just so they can go in for pits in a couple laps. Holloway peeking out a little bit, but more than anything, he's venting that car out, venting that truck out, regulating his temperature that way. David Overstreet, the only car in that top lane now, after Russ Hancock got down in front of his teammate Todd Poston. Should be a couple more laps till green flag stops, I would imagine, or a couple more laps. It's all going to be dictated by Candy Shack. The 4, the 21, the 3, the 44, and the 88. Although the 88 is half a lap down right now. Pull that track map up just so we can take a look and see where. Yeah, the 88 and the 35, you see them, they're about crossing the start-finish line, so half a lap behind these leaders now. They're going to hope for a caution. These guys will be called on the radio in race when they're pitting right around off a turn between 3 and 4. You'll see a mad rush to the pits if that happens. Right now it's the JD Crow show. JD Crow, Chris Akers, Daniel Holloway in 3rd, DJ Mitzel in 4th, Paul Servant in 5th. Right now on lap number 16, so any time now, between now and 20, when you'll see them come in. Really will stretch this field out a little bit. JD Crow takes it around turn 4. We'll see what happens here. And here they come. Here comes a good group of them. Sean McCarr, Zach Fritsch, Mark Mann staying out. Chris Akers, first one into the pits, able to pass JD. He's one of the first pit boxes. Should be gas only. There goes Chris Akers. He'll be first off pit road, just like he was first on it. There's Paul Servant, Daniel Holloway, all those guys there. And you got Sean McCara, Zach Fritsch, and Mark Mann, the 3 by themselves. Coming off of 4, I'd imagine they're going to come down this time. A little less busy pit road for them. They just got to make sure and hit their marks, come in clean, keep good speed up all the way through. You see Mark Mann getting around the 71. Keep your speed up. Hope that you can rejoin the main pack and not fall behind. These guys have got to nail their pit stops. Here's the leader right now, Chris Akers. Such a good stop. He's got no one behind him right now. He's got a second lead on second place. But they're going to come quick, though. Don't you worry. This whole group, they'll catch that 4 car. Anthony English below the white. There goes Paul Servant and Daniel Holloway. And here comes that crew that was in there last. McCara, Mann, and Fritsch. Paul Servant with the momentum. Daniel Holloway go right on by him. But they're still within this lead pack. That's all you want. Get your service. And keep yourself out in the lead pack. You still have 61 laps to go here at Daytona. Paul Servant with trouble there under the yellow line. He's able to collect it. He's got to come back up. Someone's going to give him room. Oh, Russ into David Overstreet. David able to collect it, but he's got damage. Let's see what happened there with Paul. He's got his teammate right there. His teammate just gives him a little bit of a shove on the back bumper in the tri-oval. Always a sketchy part. And now you got Chris Akers up front. J.D. Crowe right behind him. Paul Servant just got to gather himself back up. He's still in this lead pack. Just gather yourself back up. Take a few deep breaths, get back to the action. Sean McCarr and Mark Mann on the outside going for the lead now. No doubt the 3 car will be back in the action here soon. He's coming right now, following Les Levy towards the front. That top line's got some momentum. Here comes Les Levy and Paul Servant in that third lane. They are coming. Paul is trucking. Ooh, there's right there contact between the 21 and the 12. Everyone's able to collect it. Holloway still having problems. He's able to collect it. Russ Hancock into the wall. Him and Todd Poston both inside to the wall. No caution though. And Les Levy now leads. Watch here, Russ just all kinds of sideways. Todd right there. These guys have nowhere to go. Significant crash into the wall. Back to Les Levy, Chris Akers up here for the lead. These 6 cars. Here are the 4 Chris Akers, 62 of Les Levy. Then you have J.D. Crowe, Paul Servant, DJ Mitzel, Sean McCarr, and then Mark Mann gonna get caught by Zach Fritz, Daniel Holloway. And then you got Sean McCarr back there, Anthony Sean Stevens. So quite a few cars now having some problems. Todd Poston having issues. He's significantly down on power. Nice back there. Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock, and David Overstreet. So your top 11 all within about a second of one another. We'll see what happens. Russ Hancock into the pits for his damage. Chris Akers still leads these guys. Coming down to lap 23. Paul Servant right behind him. Back up towards the front for the 3 truck. Still plenty of race to go. The 88, the 35, and the 31 are all together right there, about a quarter track ahead of these guys. They're just going to hope the 3 cars they have can keep them up front. Although they're falling back ever so slightly. So it won't be long before the 4 car catches up to them. Few incidents. Everyone's kind of holding their breath right now, kind of calming down. Single file here in this main pack. Tires have 25 laps on them now. Down the back stretch, here we go. Chris Akers still leading this group. think Paul and DJ and Les and JD just content to ride around for a few laps. Still have quite a few laps until we have to come in again for pit stop. Last stop was on 16 for most of these guys, so about 7 laps to go until they have to come back in. Ultravant pushing that for Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Chris Akers. Chris started off this season pretty slow. Caught fire in the middle, won about 3 races. And pulled off a little bit towards the end. He'd like to get that momentum back up and find that horseshoe. Definitely can't get it from Paul Servant in the 3 car. He hasn't had any luck all season. The car behind him, that 61, has been up front all season. The 31 has won quite a few races, but as you saw him take a tumble into the wall here a few laps ago, he's not having a good race. On lap 26 here, NSRA Sunday Select round 2 of the playoffs. We cut from 12 to 8 after this race. So a lot up for grabs for those guys below that 8. You have Isaac Wilson, who sits in 9th, J.D. Crow in 10th, Paul Servant in 11th, and Dan Harrington in 12th. Dan Harrington presses tonight, so he will not be making it on to the next round. But J.D. Crow and Paul Servant, they're 2 of the top 5 here. They need to make up some ground on some of these other guys. Right now, they're making up on Dana. Dana Osborne would be in trouble right now. Still a long race. All right there on the bumper of the Ford truck. His teammate in Candy Shack Motorsports. Then you have DJ Mitchell, 3 Wide Motorsports right there behind him. A little bit of a gap there, half a car length, just to ride around, come to the next pit stop, probably in about 3 or 4 laps. This is the 7th season of NSRA Sunday Select. We have one 2-time season winner. That's Daniel Holloway, who won our season championship twice, back-to-back seasons. Mark Mann won it last year. Now we're looking for some fresh blood. Chris Akers would love to win a championship. Paul Servant would love to win a championship. He's won some races, just never won a championship, but it's always up there contending for it. On lap 29 right now. Couple more laps till we go down for pit stops again. Like I said, these guys are content to drive around right now, just race. Saw quite a few of their fellow competitors lost. Todd Poston, Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock, David Overstreet. A little bit of contact, crashing below the yellow line, which did not bring out a caution. Cautions by iRacing only. Lap 30 now, getting closer to pit stops. Could see him any time now. Les Levy's in there in 4th place. Les is 7th in points, tied with Dana for that last spot. So Les needs to keep it up front as well. Get ever so closer to that second group of cars who's at the tail end of the lead lap. 88 Dana Osborne, the 35 Isaac Wilson, the 31 of Todd Poston, and that 46 of David Overstreet. And in the mix there, I think it's a 343 as well. But Russ is a lap down. Coming down to collect lap 32 now. And we're going to see some cars in this time. Chris Akers, Paul Servant, EJ Mitzel, Les Levy, JD Crow, your top 5 right now. Right now, Candy Shack controlling the show with the 4 and a 3 up front. Coming off a turn 4, we'll see if Chris takes down the pits. Here we go. Only a couple cars coming down, it looks like. It's like Candy Shack's coming down. Les Levy, JD Crow, DJ Mitzel, Sean McCara, Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch, Sean Stevens, keep it out. Gotta get a little better organized, keep that speed up. You got a little bungled there when everyone decided to cut, and they decided not to come in. Down the backstretch they come. That first group of cars coming off of pit road now. See what happens here. Now you got a group of 5. Les Levy, DJ Mitzel, JD Crow, Sean Stevens come in. But you have the teammates, Sean McCarr, Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch staying out. One more lap it looks like. Can they make it around? They did pit one lap later than everyone else last time, so they do have that in the bank. Those other guys are getting rolling now. You gotta stay out and be close to Paul Servance and Chris Akers of the world. Here comes Sean McCara, Mark Mann, and Zach Fritsch down the pit road. There's DJ Mitzel leading this group out. They got to watch their tires coming out off the 2. They collect themselves, and I think the 4 and the 3 car are going to have some good momentum, able to pass them probably in 3 or 4. But looks like this group will stay in contact with them, Candy Shack Motorsports. So this group will be all back together. Ooh, and JD goes up high. Chris Akers luckily making it around the 51. Here comes the 21 outside of DJ Mitzel for 3rd place. See, I don't think he's going to be able to make it. Doesn't have anyone behind him to help. Anthony English's teammate a little too far behind him. And he'll settle in behind JD Crow, right in front of Les Levy. As here comes DJ Mitzel to catch Chris Akers. Here's this next group that came in, the Sean McCara, Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch group. But here comes Chris Akers in that 4 car. They're coming, but here comes DJ Mitzel on the outside. This will make it interesting when they do get up to this group. DJ may be trying to pin that 4 car behind the slower group. JD Crow abandons him, goes to the low side, leaving DJ all by himself. No one to help him. He's going to fall backwards there. And now they're in chase mode, trying to get up that 3-car group here in a lap or so. DJ able to settle down, get below, right behind Les Levy. 36 of Katie, almost halfway tonight. Nope, cautions tonight so far. It's been green flag only. Chris Akers able to come up right behind the 12 truck. And he has momentum going around him with a 3 and a 51. Can they clear that 71? Looks like it. Let's see how many of them will go. Right now it's Akers for sure. Paul giving him a heck of a push down the tri-oval. There goes Chris. Now JD Crow's going to try to push that 3 car around his teammate the 4. Akers. He has momentum back here. Les Levy, DJ Mitzel up there on top side too. Let's see what they got for that low line cars. It's not quite yet. Candy Shack Motorsports leading both lines right now, top and bottom. Coming to the tri-oval, lap 38 now. Chris Akers continues to lead here, being pushed by that 71, Sean McCara. Mark Manning shuffled out a little bit, goes below the yellow line. He'll let everyone pass, and he'll move back up when the train gets by him. Paul Servant, will that give him a little bit of push he needs? No. Still not able to get there and clear the 4 truck. His teammate, Chris Akers. Lap 39 now. 1 lap away from halfway. 12 truck gets a little swirly up the tri-oval, but able to collect it. A little bit of gap now. Still not enough to help the 3 truck get out front of the 4, although here comes the 3 truck. He's got a great push from the 51. Don't think it's good enough, but nope, not going to be good enough going to 3. Well, maybe the 4 car might be back away. It's a touch for him, but didn't. I really think these guys are just staying up front in their respective lines. Kind of controlling the lines. Halfway now here at this race. No rain in the forecast, so it should be alright. Should be able to make it. It's been all green so far. Had a few incidents. No caution came out though. Involved the 88, the 46, the 343, the 31. Those guys are under power there. All of them are still on the lead lap except for Russ Hancock in that 343. He's a lap down. He did the lucky dog if he were to go under caution. But no caution to speak of yet. I take that back. David Overstreet is also a lap down. Like I said, I'm not really that surprised at the 4 and the 3. Not really raced it out so hard. I think they tend to lead their lines and just go racing now. It's relax. We pitted 9 laps ago. Got another 9 to go. Your Paul. 51 push you around. Paul's finally going to get out in front of 4th and take the lead. He wants to finish in the lead. He wants to win this race. He needs to win. Make up some spots. Maybe at the expense of one of his teammates. Yeah, Can't do anything about that. You just got to go for the wins. JD Crow's getting a nice shove right there from Les Levy. DJ Mitchell coming up there to help Les. You know, a lot like last week with Talladega, Candy Shack just dominated the race. Had one air. Right now, they've been up front. They've led this pack around laps. See if their plans can go all the way to try and get themselves a victory. 21 or the 44, maybe even the 88, even though he's a half lap. Right now, Paul Servant and that Oreo number 3 leading them out. Chris Akers and that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup number 4 right behind them, pushing them around this track, keeping them up front. JD Crow on the outside with Les Levy, DJ Mitchell, Sean McCarr, Zach Fritch on the bottom, 71 and 12. And then there's the 21 there, Daniel Holloway, Hershey Kiss car. But Holloway's not out here racing, he's out here with his wife. Good guy. Backstretch they go. Still Paul Servant, Chris Akers right there behind him on lap 44. Zach Fritz pushed it a little low, but they let him back up. He may lose a little bit of ground, but he's back up and shouldn't lose the draft. Should be able to hang on. He's got some teammates back there into 04 to 27. JD Crow, a little bit of momentum here. I don't think he can clear the 3. Definitely got the speed. Almost side by side with him there into turn number 3. DJ Mitchell slides down in front of Daniel Holloway. That's going to kill the draft of that top line. David Overstreet in that 46 Home Depot truck trying to help out a little bit. Looked like the 44 Anthony English was going to go up there too, but he decided to be better of it and stayed in that lower line. 14 laps since the last Candy Shack. They're on a 16-lap stint. It's both times so far, so a couple more laps before they come back in. Fought hard all race, that top line, trying to get it to work for himself. He was up front a little bit. Wants to be up front again. Paul Servant and Chris Akers have been working so well tonight together. Keep themselves up front. Paul had a little bit of a little wiggle there out of the trial about 15 laps ago, 13 laps ago. He's able to collect the car, put it back on the track, and back up front. So, kept his head. Maybe tonight's his night. We're on lap 47. He leads this race. Going off of turn 4. Bet you see the 3, the 4, the 21, the 44 come down pit road next time by, I would imagine. Be part of their 16 lap race. Backstretch, here they go. Remember, the Candy Shack guys come in, then after that, you have 4 coming in. That includes DJ Mitchell, JD, Les. Candy Shack comes in this time. Here they go. It's those four coming in again. This group stays out. The 71, the 04, and the 27. They'll stay out an extra lap again, even more. Everyone else will come in. Wait, no. It's the 04, the 12, and the 71, I believe. As you see Zach Fridge and Mark Mann in that 04, the 12. They're just going to stay in that high line. The 27, who's right, or the 71, who's right below him, he'll stay out with them too. I think DJ will lead this group down to pits. Maybe not. DJ looks like he's going to stay out. David Overstreet's all by himself now. He's going to stay out for an extra lap in this group. I see it going green. Maybe they can get some kind of a fuel advantage. As it stands now, let's see where this group is. Middle of the backstretch. Candy Shack is coming up onto the tri-oval. So these guys are going to come into the pits now, I'd imagine. At least the ones on the bottom side. Like DJ, JD Crow, Les Levy, Sean Stevens. Those four coming in. We have Sean McCara, Zach Fritch, and Mark Mann going to stay out for an extra lap. In theory, as long as you hit your pit stall all right, don't have any kind of issues, all should come back out in the same group. DJ Mitchell, Les Levy out. Sean Stevens, though, had a hard time keeping up. Looks like he got some tires, maybe some left side tires. There comes this group. They're going to come into the pits now. And here comes JD Crow and DJ Mitchell. They got to stay below that yellow. They do. They're all by themselves on an island. Les Levy falling behind, so is Sean Stevens. Here comes Candy Shack. Paul Servant, Chris Akers. They have all the momentum. They're going to go right by him here. Towards the tryout. We'll see if Holloway can make it 3 cars. Might be a 6-car breakaway for Candy Shack. Others. There's Zach Fritch, Sean Mark Mann. Be 3 wide going into 3. Paul Servant's going to go around the outside of those guys. JD looks to the inside. Holloway looking all over. Looks like those group from Meteor Fuel Sim Racing, sorry. We're going to stay with this lead pack as well. At risk right now. Sean Stevens, he's got David Overstreet right behind him. Okay. Sean Stevens up 3 seconds back. He got some tires. It's going to cost him as I drop my mouse. Here comes Paul Servant. He's coming up on these guys that are on the tail end of the lead lap. All they wanted was a caution. They never got it. They're racing for position as well. Paul Servant goes low. Russ Hancock squeezes a 31 a little bit to make sure they can all get out of the turn all right. Nope, there's contact. Chris Akers into the wall. We should be under caution. We should be under caution. We aren't under caution. Everyone's back up and running. Oh, no caution for that. Wow. Chris Akers went for a ride. Zach Fritsch went for a ride, but everyone collected themselves. Now the caution is out. Good deal. Right there, Zach Fritsch. It all started with the 343, a little getting loose right there. Him and Isaac Wilson coming together. Isaac gets into the 4-car. Hancock's able to hit the wall, collect it, and keep going. That's why no caution came out. See, Holloway has some damage. They're still beating and banging down the backstretch. Akers with damage still. Everyone passes him. And there's where the caution is, right there. Anthony English and Isaac Wilson getting together. There's Anthony English. He's going high side. He's got to run. Holloway gets into him, spins him. And that gets into the 35. All kinds of incidents here. Go back to live. Everyone's going to come into the pits now. Just a wild and crazy lap right there. A couple cars going a couple laps down. Dana Osborne a lap down. DJ Mitzel's still up there in third. Let's see if we can't grab DJ and see if he's got anything for these boys. Hey DJ, this is Steve up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
So you got anything for these boys tonight? I mean, Chris and Paul are pretty strong, although Chris got involved in that incident. I mean, Paul looks pretty strong out there. Can you get this win tonight?
We'll see. Hopefully Todd gets back up here. I know he was involved in some stuff earlier. And Russ, I'm going to need some teammates to do it. Honestly, through most of the race, I was kind of just hanging out, just trying to stay with the lead lap, saving a little fuel. So hasn't been too racy since that first run.
How much pressure did you get to throw a caution there before it actually eventually came out?
Nobody said anything.
Wow.
I think they know better. So
that's
we're
true.
not going to do it.
Well, man, good luck out there. I'm pulling for you.
Yeah, 10-4. Thank you.
There's DJ Mitzel, our point leader. He's up there towards the front. Les Levy up there. Paul Servant. Pace car lights are off. We're about to go racing. Hey, Mark, this is Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Yo, what's up, Herm?
What's up, Mark?
What's up?
So you gonna be able to pull this thing out? I mean, it's been kind of, you and Sean and Zach have been running your race. How's it out there?
55 laps of green flag. That was excellent. That was a lot of fun. I hope we can go green the rest of the way. I think fuel strategy is going to be the key here. If you can get on and off pit road on this last money stop,
You know it, man. I hope you guys can pull it out, that 0-4. You and Zach and Makar are racing really well as a team. It's fun to watch out there. Good luck.
Heck yeah, they're fun to race with, brother.
Sounds good, man. Hopefully interview you here at the end.
Oh, I better be, or it's going to be me and you, brother.
Sounds good. Good
All
luck.
right, bro. Later.
All right, getting ready to go back green here. 24 laps to go. When we take the green, it'll be 23 laps to go. Heard from a couple of our racers out there. Having fun out there. First caution of the race for a multi-car pileup. Pace car are about to duck off. Les Levy will bring these guys back to the green. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Les pushes up a little high there. David Overstreet coming out of nowhere on that top line. All the way up to fifth. They may have to review that after the race. Looks like he's falling back down. Right now, it's all the Paul Servant, Les Levy show. Les Levy with that bottom line. Getting pushed by DJ Mitchell. Still one more pit stop left. 23 to go right now. One pit stop and they'll be good. They have 2 green-white checkers should they need them. Paul getting pushed by his teammate, the 88, Dana Osborne. Dana is a lap back. So he'd be the first car right now for a lucky dog if there was another caution. A couple cars who have been sitting back that finally able to get back up to his front. Todd Poston's coming. David Overstreet was coming, although he's fallen back precipitously since that restart. Paul trying to get out in front of Les, can't quite clear him. DJ's giving him a nice push. Mark Mann right there on the bottom line. Trying to get up to DJ's bumper to help that bottom line. Mark's got his three-group team right there. Zach Fritz, Sean Makar right there behind him. They'd love to finish 1, 2, 3 tonight. Right now it's Les Levy, Paul Servant. Out there towards the front. DJ Mitchell still helping at 62 to lead. Dana and Paul right there trying to make it work. You have truck of Chris Akers up there, third in line at the back on the top line, and then there is Todd Poston in the 31. Our winner last week, he's sitting there right behind Chris Akers in that 31 black and pink mobile, the monster truck. Had a little bit of a problem with the 343 early in the race. Fought his way back with track position. Now he's in the top 10 again. 20 laps to go. Getting a little racier out there. You can see him really maneuvering for position. A little more side draft. Big brake momentum with the car, either above or below him. Paul with a nice run here, but he's not going to be able to clear him after DJ comes off real good off the corner to push Les. And here comes Paul. Les gives him a little bit of a shove. That's what you got to watch when you do that. When you come down to the line below you, like Paul did, you're losing a little bit of speed there as you're breaking the draft to come down. And that bottom car has to give a little bit. DJ Mitchell now sliding up behind his teammate. You can see DJ get behind that 31 of Todd Poston. That's going to let that bottom side, Dana Osborne, just in front of that 3 truck. Woo! That was good. And Chris Akers there on the top side at 4, Reese's car. As Les leading, back a little bit, was leading. Now he's 3rd car in that train on the bottom. Here comes Todd Poston and DJ Mitchell pushing Chris Akers out towards the front. Not able to clear the 88 Dana Osborne. Dana's the last car on the lead lap. So technically Chris Akers is your leader right now in that 4 truck. 13 laps to go. DJ Mitchell still pushing Chris Akers. Can't quite get him clear of that 88. And needing a little help. Here comes Russ Hancock in that 343 to make that top line four car strong. That will help him a little bit. But after Les, you have that Fuel Sim Racing Group. Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch, Sean McCarroll. Ahead is at 27. Sean Stevens, he's our third place in points right now. Sean's won a race this season already, so he's been up front quite a bit. It's good to see that 27 up front. 17 laps to go. The question will be if anyone will short pit. They have technically could go the rest of the way if you pit next time by, but you guys must account for green white checkers. So maybe we're about 4 laps away from pit stops or so. We'll see Chris Akers finally able to get in front of the 88. And now puts him officially, he's a lap behind. 43 having some connection issues right now. Oh, here comes some pit stops, the 62, the 04. So Zach Fritsch, Mark Mann, Sean McCarra, Les Levy, Sean Stevens, David Overstreet, they're all in the pits to top off. Maybe they're thinking we're going green the rest of the way. Entirely possible. Might force the hand of this group right here. We'll see Todd Post and DJ Mitzel getting down to that low line. They all think everyone's coming into the pits. Let's see. It's about the time. If you go green the rest of the way, it's okay to come in. But if we have another yellow, have to set this race out. It may be a challenge. Here come these guys. They're all going to come in. So hope they can make it. Everyone gets on in safely. Did a great job tonight getting back into the pits every time by. Oh, Chris Akers stopped a little short there. They're all going to be right here, these three. Zach Fritz, Sean McCarra, Mark Mann. Pit stop problems for the 62, the 27, and the 46. They are 2 seconds back. So if you're this three, they have got to be careful. Looks like Sean McCarra almost turned the 12 car there. They got to get their speed up and catch the tail end in front of them. The Chris Akers and Paul Savants. DJ Mitchell, Todd Poston. They have some momentum. They'll be able to clear a few of them. So they're going to cut this back this time. Question will be either Les Levy, Sean Stevens, and David Overstreet be able to catch this main group. Right there, Sean McCarra, Mark Mann, gonna set up behind DJ Mitzel. Chris Akers and Paul Servant, your leaders right now. You got DJ pushing Dana, and here you go, 3 wide at the start finish line. At 35 up top, he's able to keep it up there, so we're all clear. All watching this. Here comes Zach Fritsch. 71 to 04 to the outside of that 4 and 3 car, 3 truck. 14 laps to go. Ooh, he gets sideways. His teammate pushes him sideways. Can he save it? They're all in the grass. They're all saving it. Oh, great driving there by everybody. Woo. What driving there? The 4 car, the 3 car. Getting it back together, stay up front. The only one that we may have had a problem with is the 88. We go back and see that. There's the 88. Let's see what happens to him. Seems all right. He's back. He's still in there with that group. Sean McCarr now up front with Mark Mann. Zach Fritsch got the worst of that. He's back in 7th now, so he's collected himself. Everyone's gotten themselves back together. Just some great driving there by all those guys. 2 laps ago, all over the track. 12 laps ago. There's some guys who haven't won this season. The 71 hasn't won. The 3 hasn't won. Those guys you know would love to win. The 12 hasn't won. I don't think the 8 won either. Again, we're looking for that bottom 4. Isaac Wilson, he's 8 laps down. He has in essence been eliminated from the chase. Dan Harrington's been eliminated. So J.D. Crow and Paul Savant need to win this race and hope that they can finish 8 or 9 positions ahead of Dana or Les Levy. That's what they're looking for. 11 laps to go. Paul Servant still behind that Ford truck of Chris Akers. Sean McCarr sidetracked it tight on the 3 truck. Teammates Mark Mann, Sean McCarr are right there down the backstretch. Little momentum broke there. Getting ready to go for our final 10 laps. Chris Akers still leading this thing. Sean trying to get clear, just can't quite get there. A good side-by-side racing with these guys. This has been a great super speedway race. 1 caution thus far for a few cars piling. Other than that, these guys have been racing side by side, bumper to fender. All around. NSRA Sunday Select, the second round of the playoffs here, presented by Victory Lane Broadcasting. It's anyone's race here. Still 10 laps to go. Coming down to collect the 9 laps to go here. Chris Akers, Sean McCarr side by side. After Mark Mann, you have Todd Poston, DJ Mitzel, JD Crow. You have all Candy Shack on the bottom, but you got after the 88, you got the 12 car right there. Zach Fritsch, Russ Hancock, the 343 is right there too. Cars getting a little more squirrely out there, not able to keep their line into that high line. That's why you see them falling back. They need to be more nose to tail. Really get that momentum, get that second, break that Candy Shack log jam while they're at the top, and they're side drafting hard there in the middle of the pack there. DJ Mitzel, you see him slide down close to that 88 and that 12. See Sean right there coming really close to that 4 car, trying to stall his momentum, get himself out front. Mark Mann just shoving him away. Just can't make it work. Paul Servant, one of the best pushers in the business, just helping that 4 truck stay out front. It's been a while since he's got a top of the race after a victory. I'm sure he'd love to do it. Coming down to collect 7 laps to go. All 12 cars right here within 0.7 of a second of each other. It's anyone's race here on this Sunday Select race from Daytona. Down the backstretch they go. That's 71. That's 04 side drafting the 4 to 3. Trying like heck to get that 71 out front. Just can't quite do it. Been trying for the last 6 laps or so. All that's going to do is make for some beating and banging here in the last lap. 6 laps to go. We crossed the stripe here. We got 5 laps to go to really get down to business here. Unless you're one of these cars close to the back, you need to make a move. 51, JD Crow. He's one of those guys that needs to make a move. Needs to win this race and hope some other cars finish behind him by a number of positions. Paul Servant's put himself in excellent position right behind the leader as we come off at turn 4 towards the tri-oval. There you go, 5 laps to go. Where I really think the move's going to come is the 31 and the 61, probably the 51 as well. Taking it 3 wide, 2 laps to go, or wait till the last lap. Hopefully that 3 wide move can stick. Down the backstretch they go, drag racing at 7.4. Just can't get quite out front. Paul Servant slides up a little bit, little side draft there with these guys. Coming off the turn 4, you see Todd Poston a little wiggly there. Probably had to get off the gas before he hit that 0-4. 4 laps to go now. Chris, 1-2 right now. Neck and neck here for this. Sean's not in this chase, but when he's raced with us on, oh, a little sideways there from Paul, he's able to collect it. Dana backs off just a touch. That's going to get Sean what he needs to get out front of the 4 truck, and he does. Chris Akers says hello, gives him a little tap and says, I'm right here, buddy. And now Mark Mann getting pushed from Todd Poston. This couldn't have worked out any better probably for 3 wide motorsports, that 41 and that 61. Chris is all over that bumper, that 71. He's making him work for it. 3 laps to go. And he's going to shove him out of the way. He's going to push him right back up. Oh, Sean McCarr losing out there, but Mark Mann able to get off the back. That's unfortunate. Now Paul Servant out in front, Chris Akers outside of him. Down off of turn 4, Paul Servant, Chris Akers side by side. Holloway trying to make something happen there. Something slide in there. 2 laps to go. It's about time to get going. Let's see what happens. You see Todd Poston all over that 4 truck. See the 0-4 side drafting a little bit off that 4. Killing his momentum. Getting a little bit into the 88. A little bit of contact there. Everyone's getting raced here. We go down to the end. Chris Akers slides in front of Paul Servant. We'll see what that does for DJ and Todd up on top. Todd would love to make it back-to-back wins. We're coming down off of 4 to the white flag. Mark Mann going to help push that 61. Mark Mann's going to go up the hop by himself. The white flag is out. We're under. This is it. Chris Akers leads them. You got Todd Poston in the middle. Mark Mann up there up top with JD Crow and Zach Fritch. No one able to get close to that 4 truck though. Off the backstretch they go. Paul Servant give it to 4, a shove and a half. You got 4 in a row. Candy Shack. Ooh! Todd sideways into the wall. All kinds of cars in the wall. You're going to have a Candy Shack sweep here, it looks like. The 4, the 3, and the 44. Let's see if Chris Akers gives his buddy the win. Dana's going to push that 3 car across the finish line. And the Canadian Paul Servant is going to win. Second place, Chris Akers. Anthony English in third. Good finish there. A little bit of an incident there at the backstretch. We'll go back and see that. Right there. DJ just pushing. You're pushing for the win. It's going to happen. You want that win, so you give them an extra shove, and it just collects a whole bunch of cars there at the end. And at the end, it's that 3 truck. Paul Servant with the win. He has struggled all season long for the championship. This will help him. We'll see if he gets in or not. I think he will. Be back with the top 3. Well, we are here with Candy Shack Motorsports, the top 3. Paul Servant is your winner. Struggled all year. Paul, man, great race. Talk about tonight's race.
Oh man, whew. That, awesome push for Dana, Chris. That was awesome. Chris pulled out and went high. I went down the middle behind Mark, man, and I got to get aggressive here and try to get a win.
I hear you, man. It's been a tough season for you. I mean, you're used to winning. I mean, this has been rough. It looks like you're going to make it into the next round. Maybe push out the 88 Dana Osborne, your teammate. But good to see you win. I mean, talk about the season. It's been a struggle, it seems like.
Well, the racing. I mean, we've been up there. We've been contending. It's just we've been getting wrecked on the last few laps. I mean, I think there was like 4 races coming to the checkered, and I was leading and ended up getting wrecked. So we're knocking at the door for sure. Just could never finish it. Finish the deal.
Man, well, I'll tell you what. It's good to see that 3 truck up front and win a race again. Always competitive, Paul. Man, anyone you want to give a thanks to or a shout out?
I got to thank my team. It's been a rough late season. You guys have been watching it. The team-wise, they've been doing all great. It's good. Feels good to finally get a damn win. The league, you guys putting on the broadcasting and everything. So I'm a little lost for words. It's been a while since I've been in this position.
Well, man, congratulations. Great to see you win tonight. Good job tonight, man.
Well, it's all my team there, man. It's Dana and Anthony and Chris and Dan. I'm lost them there in a little bit, but yeah, I got to look at these replays, man. That I got pushed from Dana, went through the grass, through
that was awesome.
Pit road, saved it, stayed in it, didn't lose the draft, got right back up to second.
You were in the grass twice tonight.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly that too.
Yeah, incredible tonight. You guys, it was a lot of green flag racing, just a lot of great racing in general. I mean, you guys put on a show tonight. It was good to watch.
Well, there's a few things there that happened. I'm thinking of sending it to iRacing because, passing Mark, man, that 3 wide there at the last few laps. Like I said, I had to get aggressive. I really wanted to win.
Well, good job tonight, man. We'll see you next week as you battle to get to the top 4.
Yes,
go
sir.
For this championship.
I'll give it a shot.
Sounds good. Okay, next up, Chris Akers. Now, Chris, let's keep it PG-13, man. You know the deal.
Oh, yes. That was a fun little race there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was a great race. You and Servant, man, you guys were up front all race, it seemed like. And then let's talk about, was it next to last lap, you and the 71. What was going on there? It looks like you were giving him the business, man.
Yeah, it looked like he's dragging a brake a little bit coming out of corners because watching his RPM coming out of corners looked a little lower than pushing Paul out. So I told him that if he's going to drag brake, I'm going to push his ass out of the way, push him out of the way. And then so I pushed him right out of the way like I told him I was going to do. And we went on to take 1 through 3. So that's a good night.
Did you want first, or were you willing to give first up? I mean, were you playing
Man,
the nice guy?
I want to keep my wins going, but Paul needs it more than I do, so it's good for him to go get that win.
So what are you saying? So you gave Paul the win then?
No,
Okay.
He had help. He had Dana, so them two could have walked right around me like it's nothing anyway. So
He did, man. He did.
He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's a racer.
I
can't blame him for what he did. That's teamwork.
Well, man, it was like Candy Shack was up front all race. You guys did a great job tonight. Anyone you want to thank or give a shout out to?
Oh, the boys. Got to thank the team. We was awesome on and off pit road, and pushing up in the front all night long. It was a fun run, and congrats to Paul on that win. Hopefully, he moves on in the chase.
Oh, he should. He should.
Thank you guys for putting this on too.
Hey,
It's a ball.
Anthony, man, it's good to talk to you out here. Finishing third place, man. It seems like the team you found new life with Candy Shack.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the top 3 and get an interview. It's been a long time for me.
How was the race? It was seemed like you were within the lead pack most of the race tonight. I mean, just biding your time. Talk about that last lap, because you weren't in the top 3 when that crash happened. Did you just happen to make it through, or what happened?
No, I was kind of just biding my time in the back. I came, showed up to support the team, trying to do what we could to get Paul or Dana a win to make sure they advanced and stuff. So I was kind of just biding my time, staying clean, trying to keep it going. And they started getting wonky doing the 3 wide stuff, and I seen the lane down low, so I just went down low behind Dana and just stuck it there, and we all ended up missing the wreck and pulled out a third out of it. So I'm happy, and Paul won, and that makes me even happier. So.
Good deal, man. Well, it's good to have you out there, Anthony, out there racing. We like having you out there. Anyone you want to give a shout out to or thank?
Oh, for sure, NSRA and all the guys that put on this. You up in the booth, you do good job every week. My family and friends that watch, and my beautiful girlfriend who puts up with me doing this.
Sounds
and
good,
definitely
Anthony.
Definitely the team. This was been a complete team effort, and I do about anything for them. They're a great bunch of guys here.
Sounds good, man. Well, congratulations on the 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good,
Woo,
good
go
third,
Anthony.
Man. Yeah. Woo, Anthony.
Well, there you have it from Daytona here, the NSRA Sunday Select 2nd round here. Paul Servant needing a victory, needing to get some points ahead of some other people. Pulls it out and looks like he will advance on to the next round. So Dana Osborne looks like he may have had a little bit of an incident there at the beginning of the race, set him a lap down, just could never recover. May pull himself out of this championship. And JD Crow looks like also will not make it out. So it looks like your top 8 were going to be DJ Mitzel, Todd Poston, Sean Stevens, Chris Akers, Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann, Les Levy, and Paul Servant. Those will be the top 8 that go on, I believe. We'll accumulate points here in a little bit. I'm sure the admins have a little bit of work ahead of them after this race, but it's been a great race. Just a lot of fun. Only one caution. A lot of green flag racing. That last 10 laps was phenomenal. Paul Servant and the 3 truck able to pull it out and put himself back in contention for this championship. Racing continues next weekend at iRacing Super Speedway, the always volatile track there. You never know what's going to happen there. We take our playoffs to iRacing Super Speedway next Sunday night at 9 o'clock. We look forward to having you there and watching this race. Appreciate everyone joining us. Have a good night. Have a good week.